What is going down, genitals? My name is Wade, and I like to rage. Now, this is Subscriber Monologue. This is a weekly series I'm going to be bringing to you guys every Tuesday, where I'm going to read subscriber mail, and I'm going to be doing my best to give you guys some advice on whatever situation you message me about. And if it isn't going to be addressed in every single video, then by all means, feel free to send it again after the next episode airs, and I'll try my best to get to everything that deserves a response. And if for some reason it's urgent and I don't have the time to get into a video, I'll go ahead and reply to you personally, and then I'll put in a video when I get the chance. So, let's just get to the messages, because I got 4 that I want to read for you guys today. So, long story short, I suck at socializing with people. I have Asperger's, so that's one thing said as to why I'm terrible at it, and I need help and advice on what the fuck I'm supposed to say to people. I'm going to stop right here. If you guys don't know what Asperger's is, it's a mild case of autism to where more or less people struggle with who are afflicted with Asperger's syndrome. They often struggle being able to find the defined lines for what is and isn't socially acceptable, and a lot of the time they have this sort of social awkwardness about them. It's not specifically anything major as much as it just hinders their abilities to interact with some people. I have autistic aphasia, which sort of helps, it sort of, gives me the ability to try and find mutual ground with this guy, but at the same time, it's not the same thing. But case in point is, it's mostly just like a social disorder kind of thing. Of course, there is something, I apologize if I'm butchering the specific definition of Asperger's. I don't mean to be rude. I'm just somewhat ignorant to the matter. I don't mean to say anything catachrestic. I don't know the definition of that word. I'm going to Google it later. Thanks for teaching me a new word. I always love expanding my vocabulary. However, I feel that it's better to say it in that matter, therefore you can understand my situation. I sent you a message before where I got friend-zoned by this beautiful but shy and timid girl that I didn't understand what I'm doing wrong. Wait, what? Shy and timid? Whatever. Anyways, I digress, and anything would be very appreciated. So basically, you're going to have a hard time finding what is and isn't socially acceptable. Obviously, there's no way to avoid that in your specific situation. You can listen to what people say and try your best to try and find what is and isn't socially acceptable and try to find a medium that you can play off of, but because you have that sort of edginess about you, what I'd recommend you do is, if you're a funny guy, if you're charismatic, you have charisma, you're not exactly shy, go for a comedy role. Try and be a class clown, for instance, if you're still in high school. Try and be this very entertaining, outgoing guy, because if you say some things that are ridiculous, but everybody already has a stigma in your mind, or in their mind rather, that you're just that class clown kind of character, then they're going to sort of write off some of the things you say that might be a little bit more risque or obscene or not as socially acceptable. Of course, if you're not in that specific situation, I honestly don't know, because I am sort of a big, friendly guy. I'm a baby-faced teddy bear. I'm like 6'6", 300 pounds. I'm a big monster of a man. And I played off the fact that I could intimidate people, but was always, happy and smiling and being a good guy. And I would sort of be that teddy bear character, So I played off of my strengths and sort of downplayed my weaknesses because of the role I allocated for myself. So I know it's not going to be the most beneficial answer to you, but honestly, I'm not in your situation, and I don't know specifically what to do. So I'm sorry if that doesn't help at all. Best of luck, man. You just got to shitty roll the dice. Hey, recently I've been working on confidence and talking to girls, so on and so forth. What I was doing was basically asking any girl who wasn't ugly for their number. Well played, sir. It was working. I would basically just chat them up and then stop at some point. My question is it a dick move to basically be experimenting with these girls, especially because I gave off the vibe that I liked them? I think that a few of them I led on, and now they won't hop off. Thanks a lot, man. I'm sorry, I just butcher. I can't read out loud. I'm terrible at it. I really love the videos, and I thought that you would have some experience with this situation. Basically, I'm assuming, was a shy guy, and he's going out of his comfort zone to start chatting up a whole bunch of women, whether or not he has any specific invested interest in him, or them rather, just to strengthen his general levels of self-esteem, to feel better about himself. And because not all these women are shooting him down, he's definitely getting, not a big head, but he is gaining confidence, which is good. However, if some of them are being really clingy, I think the best thing you could do is, if you have no interest in him, is honestly just tell them, hey, I'm sorry, I know I'm a douchebag, I had some self-esteem issues, and I was going out of my comfort zone to try and talk to girls to sort of come out of my shell. I didn't mean to lead you on, I don't want to hurt you, but I just want to tell you right now that, I was just sort of trying to meet people. Or honestly, you could lie to try and break it to her soft. Be like, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lead you on, but I met somebody. It is kind of a dick move if you continue to string along somebody who you have no interest in being with, but at the same time, as long as you don't go past that sort of just casual, flirty, conversational status, it's not that bad. So I would honestly just recommend you do your best to part ways with those who you have no interest in staying with, because now you know that you're apparently not a bad-looking guy. You have something to offer. You have something to bring to the table, because women aren't just batting you down left and right. They have interests in you, or else they wouldn't be interacting with you and such. So you have nothing to be afraid of. Just don't mess with anybody's feels, man. Alright, next message. Hey Ben, I've been going out with this girl for about 4 months now, and we've run out of things to talk about. In 4 months? Jesus. We don't actually have any common interests. Any advice? Oh boy. Sort of same to the last message. Don't string them on. Like, if you stay with this girl and you have nothing to gain from it, at least from an intellectual standpoint, if you're not getting this sort of level of stimulation from conversation with her, or you're not even talking at all, which is even worse, nothing beneficial is going to come from the relationship. Only bad things can happen. You could waste your time, which is, just to be honest, I don't want to be rude, but if you're not going to be with the person long term and you have no interest in being with the person long term, there's no reason to stay with them. And if you're running out of things to talk about 4 months in, then really there's nothing to gain there. Also, if you stay with them longer, you could develop feelings for them, or let them develop feelings for you while you're just sitting here contemplating, should I split up with them? Should I stay with them? I don't know. And then if you stay with them, say, 8 months, and you break up with them, what if they really, really care about you at that juncture, and then you just started hurting somebody? And if you make a clean break now, it wasn't a long-term relationship, and, I think it's most beneficial because, no matter how attractive they are, if you run out of things to talk about 4 months in, that's bad. I don't want to be rude, but I honestly think you should, part ways with her and go on with your life and her life and respect, and just break up with her, man. I'm not trying to be rude. Hey bro, I love your videos, and in your last video, you said that we could send you PMs with questions and stuff. Yeah! So, I know this girl for like 3 years now, and we're really close friends. When we're together, some people think we're actually a couple, and it's sort of strange. We treat each other like we're brothers, friend-zoned kind of stuff, and now it's getting even closer. We're spending a bit more time together, and she likes, bad grammar here, spending a bit more time together, and she's like the perfect girl, but I don't know what to do. The thing is, if you're already the person's friend, you're already in the clear. It's not superficial. I have a big problem with superficial attitudes and approaches to things, and the fact that you were this person's friend for a long time already means that they care about you to some extent, because you're still in their life. They're not going out of their way to cut you out of their life. And I think because you're friends, you're bros per se, I think you could honestly have a mature conversation with her. Sit her down and ask her. Don't be pushy about it, because the number one relationship killer, or the way to kill the possibility of a relationship, is showing a lot more affection than they are. For instance, if she's just sort of like giving you eyes and giggling and stuff, do the male equivalent of that. Eyes and just sort of grin a little or something. Don't go out of your way, because that's going to be a major put off. But the last thing you want to do is push in there too quickly, because then eventually, if things don't pan out, she's going to be in this predicament to, it's like, do I break up with this guy and risk losing my best friend, or one of my best friends, or are we going to be happy together? And they're going to be weighing that, and depending on how you approach it, might help. But honestly, I think the best thing you can do is be mature and sit them down and ask what the chances are, and prioritize the fact. Let them know that priority is making them happy. And if you're not the person for them, then I know it sucks, but make a clean break there and just be their friend, because that's the priority. So anyways, there you go. On the left-hand side of your screen, there's going to be a vlog that I put up yesterday. Basically, in yesterday's vlog, I put up the new structure for my channel, what I'm going to be doing every day. I'm going to have a scheduled upload per a certain sort of show or series, playlist, etc. And on the right-hand side is a video about how I've noticed everybody's rude nowadays. Manners and politeness are obsolete ideals, and I think both are worth a watch. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a rating and a comment, and feel free to send me a message if you have anything you would like to have me answer. And other than that, I love you guys. Stay shiny.